I dropped a comment. What an absolute shame. Impossible's never cared about veganism, solely tried to corner the plant-based market. What a bummer to see corporate greed taking over Beyond's page. I fear not even the Cow the Cape is going to be able to undo the heinously out-of-touch ad. Can't read the room to notice that vegans are by far the biggest endorsers of your product. I don't give a fuck that she's clocking it. Beyond has not clocked it with their shitty fucking ad. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting callous. Maybe I'm just becoming really, really hyper judgmental. And it's just like, these violate so many of your core principles. Are people that far removed from the concepts that it embodies? And I don't know. Based on this, I think I'm going to start bringing back a lot of hardcore slaughterhouse footage and graphic animal content. I'll do the whole Gaspar Noah sort of. You have 30 seconds to abandon this video, just to refresh people on what the fuck this is. Because to me it's bonkers. But now it's been about 10 minutes. Let's see what BeyondMeat's done. I really like this brand. I really hope it's not, 'cause someone's like, why are they promoting eggs and steak and dead animals? And they're saying, and we just gotta pray. So let's go ahead here. I'll stop this and then we will get back to the scene view. Okay. Oh yeah, and there's meat in there. Great. Yeah, that's actual chickens. Oh, it's steak with my hydration cocktail. It's really gonna help me set myself up for success. Rest of the day, breakfast. That's an omelet. Why do you... Yeah, that's the problem with welfareism. High protein chicken bowl, rice, quinoa, and veggies. Yeah. Wow. Protein for muscle. Wow. Super steak, roasted veggies, carb like a sweet potato. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're setting up the scene. I don't know if this is... Yeah, fire who is ever in these. Yeah, for sure. Because I went through the other one, and I was like, okay, I don't think this is it. I didn't see any of the comments, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not this one. The future's vegan. But yeah, it is... See, you could have used so many of your Beyond products in this, and like gotten a vegan. Yeah, why are you putting dead animals into this? Who's on outside? Fire them? Yeah, for sure. Somebody's about to get fired. For sure. I sure hope so. You're supposed to be a vegan company. Why not use a vegan influencer? Why are there animal products in this video? What the fuck is this? What the fuck, Beyond Meat? I still believe your steak pieces are the best. Cheers to keeping things simple. Shut the fuck up. Need to try these drinks so bad. I'm going to write a really long comment. Okay. I dropped a comment. What an absolute shame. Impossible's never cared about veganism, solely tried to corner the plant-based market. What a bummer to see corporate greed taking over Beyond's page. I fear not even the Cow the Cape is going to be able to undo the heinously out-of-touch ad. Can't read the room to notice that vegans are by far the biggest endorsers of your product. I don't give a fuck that she's clocking it. Beyond has not clocked it with their shitty fucking ad. What can you... I assume you post women vegan, at least vegetarian. Yeah, but you guys just actually don't give a fuck about anything. You just want money. Which, I mean, you're a corporation. You don't have to be ethical or care about your consumers at all, for sure. What a fucking shame. Oh, look at that. An all vegan ingredient. Oh. Fucking disgusting behavior. And fuck your drinks too, by the way. Well, just fuck all of this. Yeah, moving forward, not gonna happen. We are not gonna be having Beyond Meat products in our household anymore. At least until they take this down and apologize for how out of touch and insensitive, I'm not gonna say TD, this is. What a fucking shame. What a totally degenerate move. Better for you plant-based protein with clean, simple ingredients, while also supporting the decimation en masse ad infinitum of animals by promoting the consumption of animal carcasses on your page. This is exactly what I mean by how disappointing it can be. It's like, oh, why are you getting so upset about it? Again, when someone shares your values and then it spits in your face, it is sort of an affront to what you believe in. And what a shame that they chose to die on the hill of trying to prop up their Beyond drinks. How sad. They're trying to enter into the flexitarian market, or the quote-unquote healthful market, stronger than appealing to vegans, as they have only 1 million. What a shame. And yeah, what a bummer. How silly it is to think that there would be a vegan company not corrupted by greed. This is going to be really interesting because I have an entire thing in the book where it's like, oh, capitalism. There is no unethical consumption under capitalism. Actually, I have a couple videos talking about that whole sort of thing, and I just need to release them. But I'm going to do this one first because clearly it's the most pressing. But even with all that, it's like it doesn't necessitate that you do. It's just a high probability. And as a result, yeah, they've certainly made some very leery choices in their decision making. And it just shows that Beyond does not care about vegans. I can just read the comments, read the room. What a bummer that you took some intern or somebody to reach out to this influencer, try to hype them up. It's very fortunate that they are not tagged in this, because otherwise they'd probably catch a lot of fucking flack from vegans. So good on you for at least not tagging the person so they don't get harassed and bullied like ad infinitum by the people in this comment. But Beyond, how do you find that your brand and your reputation doesn't matter as much as like a quick money grab? This is the clearest depiction of short-term economic gain at the price of tarnishing a long-standing reputation. If people know that you're going to actively promote the eternal and never-ending and unrelenting industry of animal exploitation, what makes you different than impossible? What makes you different than any other fucking place that is just going to cash cow in, or BeyondMeat cash cow in on the fucking whole idea of veganism isn't important? What a shame. It's such a bummer that I chose to make a topic like this and then just have it really harken back to punch me in the chest again. Again, it's probably going to be like one of the only few dour videos you do, but, you know, after seeing something like that, I was like, you know what? What a shame. You know, I'll talk about it. And it's like, oh, hey, while it's still fresh in your mind, rub salt in the wound. Now, as a result of it, am I going to be not vegan? No, I'm never going to not be vegan. It's not within my soul to do that. I will fervently stand on the hill that animals deserve a right to life, and they shouldn't be exploited, and they shouldn't face incalculable cruelty. Even if it's the most popular thing in the world, I will die on that hill. And if I have to die on that hill alone, I certainly don't mind to. Alrighty, gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Quick update. It's been about 5 hours. BeyondMeat has taken down the video, but that was not before I decided to. Holy shit, that's a cute little beaver. Hi, little baby. It's not before on my story I sort of lampooned them. That's some stuff. That's Danny. That's PJ Harvey. Yeah, this is actually a very great concept I have on mine. But yeah, and also I just went through and got some groceries, and then yeah, during the order I had plant-based meat, and they didn't have any. The options were Impossible or Beyond. I decided to go for neither of them because I did not want to support them, and I was very serious. When something like that happens, I will just straight up boycott. But you can see, if I can pause this here, that yeah, there is Gardein, there's some tofu, there's Nasoya. These are great. Actually, I had some. They're delicious. I just had the whole box. But yeah, more Morningstar, and also Morningstar is not an entirely vegan brand. They also have some products with animal products in it. And why is that not concerning? Gardein also has some things that has animal products in it as well. Why is that not under contention? There's another video that I have that I will upload tomorrow. I don't want to upload you guys a ton of videos in one day, but it's about a restaurant here that I'm pretty sure they've now gone under, rightfully so, I would imagine, but they were all vegan, and then they changed the locations, and then they decided, oh, we're not making enough money. Let's include animal products into our entirely vegan restaurant with an entirely vegan name. And the issue is that when you are entirely vegan and you're entirely appealing to one population because you have shared values, it's a slap in the face to otherwise go about and say that, oh, well, we're just diversifying. Well, if you don't stand for the things that I thought you stood for, then absolutely not. When we have brands that otherwise are normatively full of exploitation and cruelty, the expansion into these avenues that otherwise show that there's an interest for things outside of animal exploitation, and that they should put more money into the non-exploitation based industry, it's a good thing. So for anyone who doesn't quite wrap their head around that, still, my position is that if you know that something is wrong, okay, great, we mute my phone here, but if you know that something is wrong and you decide to do it anyway, that's beyond ludicrous to me. But subsequently, if you're doing something wrong and you want to gauge interest, and what the reaction would be is if you started to undo a little bit of it. Now, there's also the argument that, well, no, by ordering more of their vegan products, you're actually funneling money into them where they could otherwise use those profits for more mass damage and mass exploitation. It would make sense to me that a company which sees great success in things like a non-exploitation based product with suitably good margins, because otherwise they wouldn't be selling it. But if they are able to make that a primary menu addition and subsequently take out less profitable items as a result, it's very likely to lead to the options available for others, and maybe expansion into other entirely vegan products as well. We could see that people would be, just pragmatically speaking, people would have the opportunities possible, or just practically speaking, could have more food products that do not contain animal exploitation. And as a result of that, more net good is being done as a result of it. That's the entire idea behind these markets. But when you prop yourself up on this platform and then you don't deliver, that's where contention is held. When you're BeyondMeat and you're not testing on animals, when you're BeyondMeat and you're constantly pushing forward for the initiatives that are circled around veganism, and you talk about your products being vegan and plant-based, and then you go through and then you decide that, oh, well, our drink needs to be incorporated in a more flexible, forward-thinking lifestyle. So we're going to have chicken eggs and dead chickens and the flesh of dead cows in these videos. It's, again, just an affront to our values. And yeah, if you think that this is just some kind of joke, or that it should just be some cash grab, get fucked. And that's where it stands. So just want an update on that. They did go back on it entirely, so that is super duper swell. But yeah, otherwise everything is good as per usual. That'll be all, and back to the regular video. The Beyond portion is within it's within a small segment of a longer video, so I'll do that one first and then the latter half later.